Welcome to another episode of the Conscious Reconstruction Podcast. I am the host with the most, aka Tony Melbourne. I am joined in the building with the one, the only, Ash, who is currently
we're gonna see how this works.
Dealing with some
experiment.
eye problems, a little allergies.
Yeah, I'm balled up on the floor like a little bitch. Curled up in the fetal position.
She'll be alright.
Enjoying this pillow. We're gonna see how much energy I got down here.
Yeah.
This feels nice though. I can see why you do it pretty often.
Yeah, that's the main spot. So how's the week been?
It's weird, but I'm supposed to be working and I'm laying down.
I don't know what to tell you.
Leisurely ass.
I don't know what to tell you.
No, gentlemen at leisure ass. Yes, I will lay.
Yeah, you lay out and do it. Yeah, if I can. If I can.
I'm going to do it.
Do I have to stand up or sit up and do it? No. Well then, if you can't see me, then I'm going to lay.
Sleepy milk boy.
Yeah, that's the name.
I'm sitting the fuck up.
That's fine. How has your week been?
The week was pretty cool. It was busy as usual. That's why I'm burnt the fuck out. No, it's not like a burnout, but it's like a steady sleepiness. Where after the weekend, I'd be like, like, oh, Mondays be my day off.
Why after the weekend?
Cause I just be running around like a mad person.
Is that your busiest time?
It's busy. I'm busy throughout the whole week, but it accumulates because people be off on Saturdays, and that's when people want to do things. So it's a culmination of stuff. And I like doing stuff, so I go do them, and then I usually work because I don't think I ever have like a day off for real. Like, it might be days where lighter works but I have to strategically plan my days off. I work every day, but there's just days with lighter work, I'll say that much.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know, I guess I consider organizing and planning out. I don't know if I consider that work, because I still gotta focus my attention on stuff. But
yeah, no, I get how that could be work.
Yeah,
you're not just free doing whatever you want to be doing.
Right, I got to kind of plan those out.
Okay, so I'm busy as usual. I went to work. That sucked.
Did you go to work? No, you didn't. You said you didn't work today.
No.
Oh. You doing that 5 a.m. shift?
No, I decided that I wasn't going to go today.
Oh, okay.
And that I was going to go do a drug test for another job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I did that. I got to go back there and do finish up with them because they want to do some blood work. Yeah, They want to basically test my immunization levels to see if everything is like still like pretty high with antibodies or whatever.
What?
I know, right?
What the fuck 2051 shit is that?
Yeah, you got that's working in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
you saw what it was like and you decided, oh, I could do that.
Yeah, it's really just walking around and putting stock in rooms.
Oh, okay.
And realistically, I'm waiting on this other hopefully I'll wait on this lady to call me back and do this Monday through Friday 8:30 to 4:30 job. But I figure I'll transition to this, and then that'll give me the days to still keep looking and do interviews and shit like that early. Where I'm like where I'm at right now, where it's like I gotta be missing days and trying to like figure out how I'm gonna get into these like.
Yeah, them retail schedules is dumb as shit.
Yeah, I'm not with that.
How they change it on you on a dime is just weird.
The fact that like they routinely change people's schedules throughout the week.
Yep.
Like they text someone like, "Hey, we got you coming in at 8 today instead of 10."
That's a whole 2 fucking hours.
Nigga, what?
Do you have to stay longer? It's like, nah, you work 8 to 5:30 instead of the 10 to 6:30.
I don't know. I didn't ask him.
Damn.
That was none of my business. I said, oh, okay, well.
You said that couldn't be me.
It won't be. No, shit. They already tried it. They looked at a couple of my schedules. It was like, all right, until on this day when you're supposed to be here at 6, you should just get here at 5. Nigga, what? That means I gotta get up at 4. I don't want to do this no more. I have no desire to do this. And since they don't got enough people, they be like having to bounce around and cover people's vacation, and it's an interesting system.
Sounds like a mess.
Things that I've learned is that it's definitely a small business.
Yeah, they act like one.
They are.
Damn, no, I don't think I can say that. Oh no, all I say is I know a store, a company that didn't get debit cards. Like you couldn't use a debit card or some weird shit until like 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's this one.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to be like, oh, that's easy to pinpoint. I didn't know if that was easy to say.
Well, so for me, I figured it out because I was like their CEO.
Yeah.
Because I do. I was looking at like a friend kept saying you should apply to Aldi's.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know. But then I looked in the comparison and I was like, oh, contrary to how I feel about Aldi's,
yeah, I
it's a global brand.
Yeah, but just I don't think you think too highly of Aldi's.
Not at all.
I think you think it's beneath you.
But it's a global brand.
Yeah.
Worth billions of dollars. Where I'm currently at, in this other retail establishment, their CEO is worth like 1.3.
That's it. Billion or million?
Yeah.
I don't know why I wanted it to be more.
Like, he's still around. Like, so around that I met the man. Yeah. So it's just like, all right, I understand why certain things are like the way they are and they're like a little outdated, or like, because it's like the more you upgrade, the less money you make, and you like, fuck that. So I feel it. Like, as a business person, I feel the fuck out of what you doing, my nigga. Like, I feel it. But as someone who's here, no, like,
right.
Just one of the things, like, something that I like to kind of engage in, even though I like be leaving places, is the 401k. Because I look at it as like, all right, when I leave, it's extra like $500-$600 that it's just gonna come, and that I don't miss out of my checks. They don't let you do one until you've been there for a year.
Oh.
And they match 25% of your 6%. So no matter which way you do the math, is either they match 100% up to you doing 6% of your salary, but that means that you only get, if they do it for the whole time, you get a quarter on a dollar. Or if they do it for 25% of the time, you still get $1, but only for a quarter of the time, which would still work out to a quarter for a whole. So it's, regardless, they're giving you a quarter on your dollar. No.
That's what I said. I'm like, that don't sound like a lot. But then I'm like, I don't know math, so maybe it's a lot. No, he confirmed it wasn't a lot.
Not when everybody is doing a true match where it's
6%, right? Yeah.
No, if you put, so there's a range. If you put in anywhere between like 1 to like 6%,
right,
they'll match it.
Yeah, I knew that much.
Period.
Not the quarter of a dollar. I never heard no shit like that.
They'll match your 6% for 25%.
Yeah.
So that's just a quarter on the dollar. Or they could do it 25% of the time and give you a whole dollar, but that's still only for a quarter of the time, and works out the math to be a quarter on the full dollar amount that you make. So regardless, they not matching you for real.
I'm like, you said a lot, but I understood. That didn't sound like a lot.
No, not when everybody else is just they match you. Whatever you put in, they match it.
Okay, right.
And,
none of that bullshit.
Yeah, no. Yeah, well, cause
All
like,
that sounded like a swindle.
They said it, and like if you don't know what's being said,
yeah, because it sounded like big boy words. I'm like, that's a lot of words. Mm-hmm. That could confuse me if I just wasn't following that.
Yeah, when she said it in the
my
little
stomach
orientation and went through like just like the benefits and everything, it said it, and then I was just like,
yeah.
And then I was like, these benefits is kind of and then the other people in there was like, oh, these is good. And I was thinking to myself, I was like,
because
never mind, let me be quiet.
What you said to me was, I put in $1, you only put in 25 cents. That's not a match for match with 401k. That's what I heard. I'm like, then I'm like, no, maybe I'm stupid. Keep going.
Nope.
Then that feeling came that my son like, oh, we don't like any of what he's saying. I said, okay. I'm glad we're not dealing with that.
Me neither.
Because I would have said no. Then none of this feels right in my.
Also, things that I don't like is you don't get an offer letter.
You don't get an offer letter. Why is that important?
It illustrates how much you're gonna make, what you and this company have agreed to in terms of like employment. If there's no like paperwork.
Oh, to solidify it.
Yeah, they
that
just
paper trail. Okay.
Hire you and just be like, all right, well, this is your rate.
Whatever.
And then now you arguing.
Now you ain't got nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Also, you can normally take offer letters to like, let's say I just transitioned from one job to another, and I was also working on buying a house. It's not the most advisable thing, but shit, it happens.
Right.
You can take the offer letter from the new job if you haven't gotten paid from them, showing how much you'll make and like what y'all have agreed upon, and use that as what they'll count as your income.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like when I was doing when I was buying this one, when they gave me the raise, they also like basically had a new offer letter or whatever, just illustrating how much I was making. So I gave that to them to show like, all right, well, I haven't been paid at this rate yet, but this is what the new one would be. And same thing for like my other income when like it was gonna get a raise and everything. Once the official paperwork came through, they could count it. So it's like you can use this to like leverage and still go out and like buy things. Like I could have used that to go buy a car. It's just, I was like, so is there an offer letter? Or like, then I was like, well, is there an employee website where you can check like your hours and your pay rate? And they're like, well, what they told me is a place where I can check my hours.
It's about to be crazy.
They told me an app they told me the system that they use.
Yeah.
But from what I know that system to be is that's like how you check your hours. But I'm gonna go in there and see what I can see. But also like you gotta give them a check to set a direct deposit.
Oh, for real? You gotta give them a physical check?
Yes.
You can't just get the routing number anymore?
They don't have a form where you can.
My nigga was at the bank asking for that cashier's check.
No, I got one, but it's just like I didn't. But they also you can't do it for your first check. Your first check, they just give it to you paper. And then the one guy was like, he had put his in, and it took them like 4 months to get him on direct deposit. And I'm just like, it's honestly not worth it.
Right.
I don't even plan to be there that long, so I'm just not gonna waste one of my checks to give to y'all. I'm going to collect my paper check and keep it moving. Because
damn, that just reminded me of the days I worked at Burger King. Had to go up there and get my shit. My mother had to drive me up there because I wasn't old enough. I gotta go get my check or take the bus after school when I had to work on Fridays to go get my shit. What year are they in? 1982.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting. But
I can tell you tired. I know you tired. I look at you and you have bags under your eyes and I'm like, he needs to get situated. He's a little stressed.
It's because I can't get a routine.
Yeah.
And the way that my energy and sleeping is set up, it takes me a while to like get sleepy. but then I'm also like full of energy throughout the day, and so I've been doing really well with like trying to go to sleep before 1, and that's been working. But I'm also like today I got up at like 3:50 because I was debating on going to work at the 5 o'clock time and just leaving early to go do the drug test, and I said, nah, I'm not gonna go at 5. Maybe I'll go at 6. And then I said, nah, I don't really want to do this. Let me make a call. So then I had a little conference call, and then we both decided that, nah, fuck going. If you go, it'll probably be hard to get out. That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's crazy. You and Tony collectively decided.
So then, after I decided that, I was just out though. But I've been either when I work this early, trying to go to sleep at a decent time, but it don't necessarily work. It's usually around that 1 o'clock, and I'm getting up around 4:50. So I get about 4 hours of sleep, which is generally pretty decent. But I just don't want to get up that early to have to go like do shit I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, it's not worth that.
Yeah, like go be here and then be a cashier and stand, or even like seeing what the assistant managers do. Like the shit is easy. I don't want to do it.
This is dumb.
And like I'm good at everybody. What happens at most jobs is happening at this one. Everybody who sees me work,
Yeah.
it's like, you stay here, right? I have no idea where I would get placed, honestly. And they said, no, but you should ask to stay here, because like we need the help that we need someone who wants to work. It's like, if I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna do something. So I might as well work, because I can't fuck off. So let me get this work done. And so I just be helping out. Like when I wasn't not stuck on fucking register, I went to all the departments that I'm probably gonna have to learn about, and I was like, all right, well, whatever the manager today is working on, I'm gonna grab one of the carts and I'm gonna do that. And so like all the other people in the department just see me working. I'm like, yeah, no, if there's work to be done, let's get it done so we can either have no work to do.
Yeah, you know, some niggas just be real enthralled or like, oh my god, you're working, when don't nobody be doing shit.
Yeah.
Then they be just, oh, this is the bear, he's doing the minimum, guys.
We need him to stay. I'm just like,
I need you to stay.
I don't want to be here because I have no real investment, which y'all think is going to happen. Is that since I'm doing the minimum, I'm going to want to like be invested in caring and want to do more. I don't like the way that this other manager cares when she was like all proud about like her numbers coming back a certain way. That's cute. But I get like, if this is like, I guess I have to look at it from the perspective of, if this is what you do and this is all you really do in terms of like work, maybe you do want to take a little bit of pride in it. If this is
That's so funny. It's so elitist for you to say that shit. Yeah, I can see why you peasants think this is great. If I was a peasant, I'd think it's great too. What the fuck you just said? Yeah, I can get it. Yeah, if this is what your life is, you fucking moron.
I was saying it so politely.
But I said that
so polite. I said all I said was, hey, this is what you like politely to do.
But what I felt beaming across the room into my motherfucking soul, you niggas is poor.
I was going to leave out the way that I feel about the lifestyle, because that doesn't matter. How I feel don't matter in terms of what you want to do. You should do it.
Your peasant ass. He said workers.
They might not be a peasant. Do I think it's a like kind of like
worker bees? All of
a very average lifestyle? Yes. You could be an amazing person that just likes living an average lifestyle. I don't know about you.
Right.
I know that this life that you decided on is not for me. Also, man, there's this lady. Like, hold on. But just know, this lady at my job is dirty, and so I don't like being around her.
No, okay.
It don't make me happy. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with at this current establishment.
Yeah, this nigga is stressed. You've been mean to me in my dreams, and I don't like it.
Yeah,
Stop it.
I need to get out of here.
Stop it. Yes, please. Stop it. Stop it. I don't like it.
I don't want to be here. So I'd like to
free
leave.
my nigga Tony. Free my nigga Sleepy Mareborn. We need to make a shirt for your ass. I'm gonna put you on some clouds when you leave, okay?
I thought about what you would call. I thought about just not going back. I said, I could just not go back. I made it through the 2 weeks. They owe me my check, and it's coming Friday. Let's just be done with this. We just not do this no more. Like, no, we need to keep going until we secure the second check, and then you can be cool, because then you'll be into the other place, and once you get the second check, it won't be a whole like another month until you get paid. It'll be fine. It'll just be 2 weeks, and so you'll be in your cycle and you'll be fine. So I'm like, all right, let's suck it up, stick it out. But it's garbage. Garbage. I am not a fan. Not a fan at all.
I can tell.
Yeah, but on to the topic at hand. What are we talking about today, Ash?
I was doing that King Von thing.
No, I was doing yours first. What are you talking about? No. Yeah,
this was a perfect transition about war.
No.
Because you clearly declared war on your place of employment.
Yeah, now I'm clearing the war on your topic. Yeah, what are your topic? Where is it at? No. I'm saving mine.
For what? Exactly.
Because we go with yours.
What?
You always do this.
Next
so
week you're going to be like, yeah, fuck all that. You're going to lose your fucking taste in your mouth, and it's going to be something different. Yes, you are. We're not talking about this next week. We're not going to do it. No, the fuck, we're not just going to be like,
yes, we are.
You went through the whole Gaddafi. You went through a whole Gaddafi saga. I still don't know when the fuck we talking about that. Same thing with this one.
I'm still going to talk about Gaddafi.
Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll see about that, sir.
I had no time to sit down and prepare, like, special research episodes.
Nah, nigga, we just sat there and had a whole bunch of motherfucking research. Now he said, back to you, Ash.
No, that's different. That one.
I think that's like not a hobby of yours, but or is that safe to say that like hip hop culture is something that you just really enjoy?
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's to call it a hobby or if that's like a step above a hobby.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. But that's something I know that's like you really...
I guess you could call like me engaging in like doing like research and like learning like the backstory of shit like that. That's definitely a hobby of mine.
Okay.
Because I would say like I definitely love the culture, and like I would say that's overarching, but like my hobby is definitely like diving in and like just like being in the know, where like it's not necessarily the most useful information, but if you ask me, I'll probably have an answer.
Oh my god, what the fuck was we talking about last time? Ja Rule and the 50 Cent saga. It's so in depth.
Well, yeah, because...
And just from you just saying like, oh yeah, did you know that? And then that when he was in jail, he couldn't do anything. So that's why Murder Inc. fell. I'm like, what?
Well, see, the reason that that's probably one of the things that like really got me into the hip hop culture is like,
really?
I was really into Ja Rule.
Oh, okay.
And when 50 came out, and just like I was decidedly on Ja Rule's side, and to just watch my nigga lose and just be like, I don't know what's going on,
with his
like,
hand tied behind his
and
back.
watch everybody else, but I didn't know at the time.
Yeah, okay.
I just was like, it got kind of quiet, and then everybody just seemed like they was like on 50's side, and then it just like he was just dropping song after song, and Ja just like was quiet, and then like he came with Clapback, but it just seemed like that was just kind of like at the tail end of everything.
Yeah.
And then it was like Ja Rule versus 50 and Eminem. It was just like a whole just giant thing, and it was like, damn, you niggas just jump my nigga.
You can't do anything.
That's crazy. And niggas just talking about they don't fuck with him, and that's wild. So it was a weird time for me. It was like music lover, because like one of my main niggas just got like got taken down. It was just like, all right, well, he don't really do that no more. He ain't the big icon. And then
I just knew 50 Cent was here, and then Ja Rule wasn't. That's what I knew.
Anytime I would get a piece of information, I would be like, I would super run to it, because I'm like, all right, I'm curious. And then once I kind of got like a hint, of what the real story was, I said, well, let me go look. And then that's when I just started uncovering stuff and then listening to people and be like, all right, now I understand, I have a full grasp of what was going on.
So, like, around this time, I don't know, like, because YouTube wasn't, like, a big thing. It just started taking off. So, like, was it, like, hip-hop message boards that you was looking at? Like, how would you find information?
Probably around this time. How did I find the information?
Like, just talking to, like, your regular homies and shit like that? Or, because, you know, now I'm so used to this going online.
I learned from one of my regular homies that Joe Budden was pretty helpful in this, because, like, Joe Budden, when he disses people, he be, like, talking about shit that happened.
Yeah.
So, like,
okay.
He talked about Lloyd Banks had an album after his first album came out, which Rotten Apple, which was, like, had Smile on it. It was a really well received album.
Yeah.
He was with some chick and left his next album in the backseat of her car, and it got leaked. And so then he had to redo a whole album and everything like that, and it wasn't necessarily as good as what it got leaked. Joe had referenced that in the song talking about leaving your whole career in the backseat of a chick's car. I went to look at what that was about, and so I would hear people, like, reference certain things in songs. And then, I think probably just hip-hop sites, really.
Okay.
Because I just, like, hot new hip-hop is like a shadow of what it used to be.
Right, because I'm thinking these are the days, like, the only thing I know of reminiscent of those days was, like, me playing guitar. Like, guitar, I think it's called guitar, whatever, like, them things was hot. So I'm thinking
Guitar Hero, Guitar...
it's a message board. Fuck, I forget, guitartab.com or some weird shit. Like, you could just ask people, like, how do you play this? Or what do you think about this? Like, you could just go and just interact with these people. And that's how you got information on the Guitar Hero. So I'm like, oh, is that how you got hip?
I found people in real life. Like, one of my friends, he was like, when I was in working at Home Depot, he was like super into like hip hop music and the culture and everything. Like, he's since now become disillusioned, and which is very sad to me.
What happened?
Like, he just kind of like, I think the ringtone rap era into the snap era was just too much fuckery, and he just was like, I'm not into it, because that was also like right when he was like going to college and shit like that. And so he just kind of like,
he just kind of was like, I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah, he just kind of stopped fucking with it. And so like now he don't really know what's going on or anything like that. But he had given me a couple of sites. Like I said, Hot New Hip Hop, you could download music at that point, like full albums and shit like that. They were like kind of a pirating site, but also an official site. It was a very interesting time. Non-Right was popping. And so I was just doing a lot of like watching hip hop stuff. I was really into the Breakfast Club for a while. Like when they had that big run.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I was really into a lot of like decidedly hip hop things, and then also like running into like people who had like a lot of just like extra hip hop knowledge. Like I found Hot New Hip Hop from one of my other homies in the Air Force. He's like, this is where we get our music from, and download it. And then once I found that, I started using it, because before then I was using some website where you could get mixtapes and shit like that from just like random artists. So I had a library full of just like unknown artist mixtapes and shit like that. But like same kind of like how my library is downstairs with music, where it's like tens of thousands of songs. Same thing on a actual old ass desktop that I lost. So yeah, no, it was just me kind of randomly exploring. Once I'm interested in something, I just start like obsessing over it until I kind of know everything that I need to know about it. And then I'm like, all right, well, I did that. And so that was the first one. Yeah, Jaw was the first one, because I was like, all right, what's going on here? So I learned that. I learned about the whole 50 Cent situation. I've learned. Yeah, and so now I just kind of keep up, and as things are happening, or when people talk about like shit that happened in the past, I just follow it like, oh, okay, now I have more information. So yeah, no, it's definitely something that I find as a hobby to like look into and learn.
I was about to cry because I thought I erased my topic. It's about to shed so many tears.
That'd have been very disappointing.
Yeah, I got a whole little list here, and that scared me.
You got a list of topics
Yes, I do.
to pick from?
Yes.
All right. So we doing the one that you told me about? We're gonna do a different one.
No, we're doing the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
Just, and got a little what's a better word than annoyed? Slightly. Like, I'm having topics now.
Okay.
Anyway.
I support that.
So if you've been in these internet streets, you know about women talking about how they are the prize. We hear this quite a bit now. Women. I'm sorry. Women talk about how they are the prize now. You hear this a lot, and that they bring absolutely nothing to the table. But my question is, now I hear men saying that they are the actual prize. So now we have to wonder, is this shit really helping motherfuckers? Is it okay to think that you are both the prize? Is it both beneficial for both genders? I'll start with that question.
No. But if anyone's surprised, it's me.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand. I understand men's response. I'll say that. It's, y'all don't want to cook or clean or pay bills. So what you essentially want to do is sleep with me and then have a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you want more from me than I want from you. Looks like I'm the prize. If you can find someone that can do that, then you got the prize, right? It's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You can find lots of niggas that'll fuck you and not do none of that. But you want that one, you want that. Looks like a prize to me. So, I can see how it's a prize. Do I think that's healthy?
It's a different story.
Yeah, that's wildly different. That's wildly different. No, I don't think it's healthy for either party to feel like that. I think that there should be a level of like, oh, I think this person is dope and I feel like she's the prize because of these qualities. And I feel like he's the prize because he does these things. So I feel like there should be more of that. And it should be like case by case. But if we speaking about generalities and y'all just want this man that's gonna do all these things, but y'all don't want like the patriarchy of like cooking and cleaning and things like that, then what gifts do you come with? Mm-hmm. What prizes? I got all these prizes over here. Come and win some. I'm the prize. No, I'm the prize. What you talking about?
So what makes somebody the prize? You can speak from your perspective, and what make a woman the prize, but like what makes you the prize? We'll start there. What makes someone? I guess no, because it's different. Well, maybe it's not.
I mean,
answer.
I guess I wouldn't like, if I'm being like serious, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm the prize. Like,
yeah,
I'm not like really looking for like a woman that views me in that way.
Right.
Because like, not in like a singular sense where there's like, oh, you're the prize and I have nothing to offer. I'm not into that. So it's like, I'd rather us both be like, oh, I think you're really dope and I think you're really dope and we can like have some good ideas. We feel like we can build and like there's some like, we feel like some greatness can be here. Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, I'm with that. Like us getting to that good relationship, that's a prize. Like we both attained something, but I don't think like I'm necessarily the prize. But I could be like, I want to be arrogant. I'd be like, I have money. I have my own house. I have my own car. I'm completely financially independent. So it's like, I could move you in relatively easily and it wouldn't really change my lifestyle. So those would be reasons why I would say I'm the prize. Also, I'm wildly attractive. Stay in the gym so the body stays right. Ain't no man titties over here. I'm just saying. So it's like, I could be like arrogant like that, but I don't think any of that like really speaks to me as a person. That's about a lot of things that I have.
Right.
And so like, if you want things that I have, then come on. I'm the prize. What you gonna do for this prize? What kind of games we playing for this prize? Hopefully some naughty games. But yeah, I guess for a woman to be a prize in like that sense, I guess I'm not really looking for women to like be financially in there, but like, so I guess like if you're just looking for like trophies, you got to be like super aesthetically pleasing, hoping for the nice ass, voluptuous. If realistically, whatever your preferred body type is, that's probably what she has to be considered the prize. Gorgeous in the face, and then probably pretty passive in terms of like conflict, argument, like things like that. If we were just being like, all right, what are superficial things that make this woman the prize? Look at her, and she don't be giving me no issues.
She's just there.
But what she do? She be at the house holding it down. She cook? Nah. She clean up? No, we got a maid. So what she do? She work? She run? She work? She do the finances for your businesses, like the books? Nah, I got accountants. What she do? She be at the house. Doing what? Nigga, I asked you a question. Yeah, so that would be my issue.
She be at the house.
Which I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
To a point. Like, you can't just be at the house not doing nothing. Like, if you there all day and you don't help with none of the businesses and you ain't got no businesses of your own and you don't want to cook, why the fuck do we got a maid to clean up? What the fuck else are you doing? You can't get your ass off the couch to clean either?
She's kept. She's a kept woman.
Bitch, I'm gonna keep you in this one room. Don't make a mess because I'm not getting a maid. You gonna be like a motherfucking puppy. What are we talking about? I gotta do like I do kite. All right, this is your area for the day.
This is your area for the day.
When I'm not here, this is where you can be. So you don't mess up my house. What? No. That's crazy as fuck.
Get your ass back in there. Get off my goddamn couch.
Yeah, who has time for that? No. So if you're not gonna do nothing, the least you could do is like,
to this bitch like she a kid.
Clean up, wash the dishes.
You put the dish here. Why can't I go wash these goddamn dishes?
Yeah, no, if I come down, if I'm at work all day and you also don't cook or clean,
that's funny.
And then I get to the house and there's a sink full of dishes, and when we got a dishwasher, I got questions. You don't cook, so I got to do the cooking. You couldn't make sure that there was stuff that I could cook on,
right,
and feed us off of. So I gotta wash the dishes, wait for them to either wash them in the dishwasher, which is gonna take about an hour and a half, or wash them by hand, which would be quicker but more irritating. So then I can cook and dirty up said dishes, so I can feed your no good trifling ass that didn't want to do none of this.
Don't do shit. That's funny.
Because you look good and hopefully you got amazing sex.
Hopefully. Damn, it's not even guaranteed. That's not guaranteed that she look good and that the punani about to be bomb every night. Wow, reality. Wow, reality be setting in, huh?
No, I be leaving.
I'm abandoning this shit like I did Mark's, nigga. I mean,
I don't care. I don't care.
Like, I'm gonna abandon this shit. I lost interest.
Out of there. Because you know what?
ADHD is kicked in fully. I'm no longer interested.
What are we doing here? How did I get here? You know what? I want to leave. I don't want to be here anymore. Like, nah. But no, so I don't think that anyone in that sense is a prize, or male or female. Like, you got to come with something more than like the material, I would hope.
Yeah.
It's like, if I just come with all these things and I'm a complete dickhead, is you just sucking it up because I pay all the bills?
The shit that like I said, am I a hypergamous lady? Yeah, most women are. That's something that I know is very basic for me. But then you got to think about, like, if you get this man, what is his values? Now you got to sit around a nigga that just throws money at you and things, and he ain't got no real substance, or he think that's like all he's supposed to do. He not really emotionally developed. Like, I'm not dealing with that shit. That stuff is going to run me the fuck off, because you can't hold it over my head. More than likely I have my own. Thank you very much. So that's not nothing that I'm just like holding in such high esteem. There's some things that are basic, and I don't think that, this is just me personally, like, you going after somebody just because it ain't net worth is really dumb, because it's a whole bunch of stingy, dusty, rich niggas, quote unquote high value men that y'all keep spewing out. Whatever the fuck that is that y'all keep describing, that high value man shit, I don't want it, because it just sounds like a bum with cash. I don't want any of those problems that come with that. Wherever the fuck that is, keep it way over there and away from moi. But I just know who I am as a person. Do I think I'm a prize per se? No, because a prize is just something that you could just, like you said, put in a goddamn room and dust off every once in a while and look at it and be like, oh, I won that. Because we all know how humans work. You achieve a goal and then it's on to the next fucking goal. It's all about conquering at this point. It's not really about developing something where you can grow in love with each other. That's not what this is about at this point. But if I had to say personally myself, I'm not a prize. I'm the fucking reason why you drove to the carnival, bitch. I'm the Ferris wheel. I'm the reason why you waited in line to get on the Ferris wheel. I'm everything. I'm everything a part of that whole little carnival that you fucking want to win at so much. I'm the reason why you decided to go. But that's just me being egotistical. I don't know about being a prize. That sounds stupid. Why would you regulate yourself down to a prize? You a cheap little flimsy teddy bear sitting behind waiting for somebody to whimsy you? Is that what you think of yourself? Oh. Okay. For me personally, I never understood. I remember the first time I heard that shit, I'm like, I don't feel like that's right for me. You hear it so much. I'm like, if you hear it, I'm saying it. Like, I know what you're saying. You feel like just who you are as a person, you don't have to. I think the basis of it from a woman's perspective is you don't have to go approach a man how they would approach you. Like, them saying like, I'm a very accomplished doctor or whatever, and I graduated this stuff and I have all these things. That's what men just do. That's how they show that they can provide for you. At least the provisions, or at least they got the resources, or they have like some level of intelligence about them. That's their job. Your job is to not go after them how they go after you. You're supposed to sit there and be like, oh, that's real cool. Yeah. And ooh and ah over their accomplishments. It's a different set of rules for you to woo a man than it is for them to woo you. I'll say that much. Don't lead with your accomplishments. That's their job. They're supposed to be like, yes, I caught 15 fish. And nowadays I have a bachelor's or a master's and whatever. It's just times have changed now, so you can't approach him like he's approaching you. I get that's what they're trying to do. I don't want her to
approach me like she the prize in the physical sense of, oh, look at all of my body and all that. That's also very boring. Like,
that's very, in a sort of way, masculine now, because now you keep just showing off your body, and now you getting attention that, how do I say this? I'll say this is something I don't understand about what we do. You dress provocatively because you know you look sexy in it, but you don't want the consequences of looking overly sexy. I don't know if that's politically correct, but I feel like
I understand what you're saying.
that's not fair. And I'm not fair. That's a little disillusion to think that when you dress a certain way, you're not going to get certain attention. Or that then, like, if you're arousing that intentionally or unintentionally, that they just not supposed to say anything or do anything. I'll leave that there.
Yeah, no, so for me, it's just, I don't think anybody's surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. No, for what? Yeah, you gotta come with something. Like,
Yeah.
you could be really dope, but you're not a prize.
Right. It's just thinking of yourself on a level that's not really going to take you any far. And I think that helps, like, fuel that weird ass gender war that just keep trying to blow up and add gasoline on. Like, because now we just in a weird ass competition with each other. To what end?
Until there is a victor.
Mm.
That is the goal. Someone has to be victorious in this.
Have at it, peoples. Have at it.
Yeah, because everybody's mad.
Yeah, no, I don't want the nigga. Whatever nigga is for me, he's somewhere sitting, not participating in it. Thanks, future whoever the fuck you are. I appreciate you from afar. But that's it for me, but
What's your other...
no.
Thought there was more...
Nope.
It's a lie.
That's it. We had this, and
Nah, you definitely told
you
me.
was definitely just gone. I was like, all right, guess we're done with this topic.
No.
No,
No, there's other. I was waiting for the other things.
There is other things.
Yeah,
Thanks
that's
for
what I'm waiting
another
for.
day.
No. You told me.
No.
Not the
You
other
missed-
thing. No, not the other things on the list.
Yeah.
You're missing it. You said that there was a list of different versions of being the prize. So I thought we were done with this version.
No, there's other questions in there, but
Yes,
we pretty
I
much
was
covered
done.
that. Do you want me to ask another question I had on there? Which was
Yeah, that's what I was
do you
waiting
think-
for. I was like, where are the other questions? Because I was like, all right, well, I've answered this one enough. So yeah, that's what you saw. Was all right. I was like, all right, well, I'm done with this question.
The other
She hasn't brought up another question.
No. You just zoned out. I'm like,
Because there was no other question.
I
I was waiting for the other question, and then I was like,
okay, I guess we just done. This is a cool little episode. But no, the other question where it was like, do you think it fuels the gender war? And you answered it, yeah. Until there's a victor. And I'm like, oh.
oh, that was the question.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was just like a segue into the next real topic. Yeah, that's why I was so short on that. I was like, well, you don't know. There definitely is a gender war, and I think that it's going to go on until there's a
victor.
A victor, because I don't think that we're smart enough to recognize that, hey, maybe we should call a truce.
Right.
And just forgive past transgressions and try and start from this point. Start from right here. Say, hey, you did some shit, and I did some shit. We did some shit. All right. Let's cut that shit out, and let's just start from here. I don't think we're smart enough to do that. So right now, women getting their shit off. I think that's going to be the way it is. But it seems like there's a little bit of like a turn coming right now. Because like there's the Andrew Tate and then the women that are supporting him and like the anti-women. So I feel like the Me Too movement and its potency had its run, and now we're moving into a anti-that movement where it's going to be a grave swing to the other direction, and it's more of men and women as monoliths and like caricatures of people. It's like we don't get to be humans because we're already assigning so many like rules and roles and what we're supposed to like do and be inside of all these situations, that it's like, all right, well, right now it's, if you're a feminist and if you believe women and everything like that, you have to be uber politically correct. And that was probably really heavy. Its probably biggest influence was probably like 2016 to like 2019. You saw like at real staunch like, no, we're not speaking this way anymore. We're not doing these certain things. And that's when a lot of like, what was it? The slut walk was huge and things like that, where it was just like this whole like reclaiming of like femininity, which and all of that like rhetoric. And then now you see kind of post 2020, people are and like COVID pandemic now, when we're kind of getting back into like a semblance of like more focused on like subcultures and society and things like that. We're seeing like the Andrew Tate's what was his name, Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. So just like the births of those characters, and not necessarily the birth of them because they've always been around, but like the popularization and the reemergence of them into like mainstream media, where if you had tried to like have that kind of like conversation in 2016, 2017, that it got you the fuck up out of here real quick.
Right.
And there would have been no like fire behind you. You would have been relegated to one of like the 4chan offshoot places, and no one would really be paying you any attention because that wasn't the flavor of the day. But kind of people have kind of bored with the swing in one direction, and now its pendulum is moving back in the other way. And so that's why I think that it's just going to keep being a war, because we're not looking to move towards a middle common ground. And normally, like, if you have a pendulum and you just let it alone, it eventually stop at the center. But what we just keep doing is adding more and more gasoline to it. It's like, all right, fuck it. It has swung that way. Let's add as much energy we can to get it to swing as far over here as we can. Well, that means that people are going to get equal energy and put into it to try and get it to swing back the opposite way. So now we have these wild swings that we're doing instead of working to get to, all right, how can we get to some common ground and work together? So that's why I think that it's going to be until one of us wins.
Yeah, I think this shit is hella manufactured. Because I think they talk about that. Not they. I've heard this concept before where, like, the powers that be will always try to keep his slaves fighting each other. Because how could you possibly pay attention on who's the real fucking problem if you're constantly bickering over shit that they gave you the problem to? You could never really ascend to a higher level if you're just worrying about shit that they gave you the problem. And simultaneously, they always want to say that they're the same solution. So if you can't figure it out and just, at best...
See, I don't think that they gave us the interpersonal problem. I think they gave us a problem of money.
Yeah.
And they just let that evolve how it was going to. Because, like, the root of this is, like, finances and, like... Women want a level of security, and that's been like moved to the extreme of, all right, we're not talking to anyone or dealing with a certain level of men that we don't feel like can provide that, and or we're talking down about them. And where then now it's like, all right, well, then now the high value men or whatever you want to call them are like, oh, well, you have to be in these certain cities or inside of this criteria of this weight and this height, or if you're this height then you must weigh less and things like that, or be proportionate and
right,
all these average and typical standards and things like that. And it's like, maybe we could just like each other and be people. Hey, I fuck with this person, I don't fuck with that person, and go off of like that. But we just have all these arbitrary rules. So I don't think that there's really like, because like the things that a man wants really from a woman is like nurturing and consideration, kindness, shit like that. But that's not none of the things that we really be looking for. And like women seem to want like security, to feel like they're provided for and protected. And if you think that the only way that, or if you think the main way that it's going to happen is because he has a lot of money, you could be wildly misinformed. You could be wildly abusive. So now you don't feel secure or safe. Sure, you're provided for, but I don't think that having one of the three is really what you envisioned when you were walking into this situation.
Right.
He's going to have a lot of money, but he's going to be fucking all these other women. And mentally abusing me, just derogatory, just talking down to me, just terrible. Sure, that's not what you had envisioned when you were like, you know what, that's who I want to be with. So,
Right.
we're not choosing off of like real characteristics.
Yeah, and I will say that just because somebody has a lot of money don't mean they're an asshole. If anything, I've seen more poor people be assholes to each other than a rich person being a total asshole to me personally. So I will say that just from experience, it's better that a man, if it's a man, is not dead broke and ain't got shit going for him. Just stay away from them niggas. don't be with
I
them
agree
niggas.
with that. I think
don't be
that
with them niggas. But I also don't want it to
there's a
seem like
certain level of like miserableness that
there's certain just miserableness that broke niggas that ain't got shit going on, they don't want nothing going on for themselves, that are very detrimental to not only themselves but to a potential partner.
yes.
But just because you on the opposite end, you a thousandaire or you're a millionaire, doesn't mean you're automatically an asshole too. There are some people who just, no matter how much money you give them, they just jerks.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely think that there's good people on like the other end of the spectrum.
Right.
I just don't think that in like how we go about choosing people, we really worried about those qualities of whether this is a good person or not.
Them into like
We
we're
just
now
care that you got money. Yo, you got money? Bet I'm fucking with you. So it don't matter what your personality is.
Yeah, that's a veil. That's not it. That's a veil.
That's
Don't
not
be worried
reality.
about that. And I don't know how men perceive women as like just being. Do you feel like men are just overly enchanted with the physical body, like physical body and they looks, and they get too enmeshed in that to where, like you said, now she's whatever it is that you think the ideal is on the physical, and then as you start getting to know them or whatever, say like, I don't know, say
No,
if you
she's
had
ideal on the physical and she's non-confrontational.
yeah, then you can just get enmeshed in that. Is that what you're saying as a man? Yeah,
It's very easy to because if she's non-confrontational, doesn't mean that y'all always agree or y'all get along or y'all even like a lot of the same things. It just means that she'll probably like give up and go along with what you want.
Yeah.
So a lot of the shit where it could be hectic or whatever is cool, and now this situation is comfortable. I'm making money, I'm doing what I gotta do, she here, she don't give me a whole lot of grief, and so this is cool. This is what I'm doing. You see that a lot with men.
Right. Okay, wait to be somebody's headache. Ooh, can't
So
wait.
it's just
I
like,
can't wait.
why do I don't have to really worry about anything. Like there's no consideration really, but since there's no headache, which is a great thing, but there's also like no real consideration because it's like, all right, whatever I want to do is what's going. So I don't really have to tailor like this as like a real relationship. So like if I want to make a decision or like this is what I'm doing or this is what I decide that is the outcome, that's what it is now, regardless of how you would feel about it or not. And so it's just that can become a nice situation for a guy to become enmeshed in, where it's like I can see how women be like, all right, well, I ain't really got to worry about none of my bills. Like everything is paid or like in his name, and so I'm just out here. I go to work if I want when I want to. I work my little job that I care about, and I spend my money on and whatever I want to spend it on, and everything else is paid and taken care of. And
yeah, because I don't think people
shit
understand.
is cool. Like life is easier this way. So like I can get, because in both instances, life has become easier. Like as a man, I probably feel like I got to go out and get to the money regardless.
Right.
So I'm looking for like my household life and like my interpersonal relationship with a woman to be like relaxed and easy and simple. So since this is, and you're very attractive, I'm good here. It's not like, am I fulfilled here? Not necessarily, but I'm not like turned off by like, all right, I gotta feel like I'm really like out here looking for someone else, or I feel like we and you always arguing. Like it's cool, you look good, but you always want to fight. It's always a content. Like
yeah, that's different.
And like sometimes you into like a little bit of chaos and a little bit of spiciness, but it's not gonna be like 24/7. Like all right, I want to this is what we want to do every day. No,
yeah,
not if like you don't really bring nothing else to the table. So I think for both, it's like that's how you can kind of get a match. For definitely for a guy, it's like when if it'd be really easy to go out and find someone to come and just like not be about anything and just like stay with me and like just live here and be like pretty like easy going, whatever I say go, and like this what we doing now. But that's not, it don't really hold like any value to it. It's
just there.
Yeah, and so it's like you can go out and attain this situation that don't really propose any real value to you or like longevity. And so I guess that's for me. It's like where I'm saying like, sure, I can maintain this forever, really, but it's not gonna make me like the happiest. So
yeah,
that's what I say.
I think that a lot of, I don't know, it seems like sometimes you see
Okay.
I'll just say this for myself. I know it seems great to have all those worries taken care of off of the burden off of your womanly mind. I get that. But what you often see is like, yeah, I'll start there. You'll see these women that are really kept, right? And regardless of where they are, whether they married or they or they got sugar daddies, which is a whole monster on its own, whatever, in few and far between. But you'll see two of those things, right? The women who have the quote unquote provider man and the women who have a sugar dadas. And I would say for one party, for the sugar daddies, this is just a cautionary tale. A lot of those women that claiming they got sugar daddies, they may or may not have been sex workers. And so they know how to use tactics and techniques that ladies of the night know how to use to pull tricks. So I'll say that much. Just beware of that, of paying these quote unquote coaches. A lot of them were workers. And the women that were actually have husbands, sometimes they could put out an air of, I get what I want or else. And to a certain extent, I feel like they don't ever tell you that these men are like unicorn men. That those ones that are at the tippy top of whatever, not even the tippy top earning, they just hit all these qualities. Those were the men that were for them, and that those were the unicorns. They never tell you how hard it is to find, because you could find, like, say you could find a man that makes all the money that you just think is a requirement or whatever, and he gives you those things, but it doesn't mean that that's going to be long lasting.
Not at all.
Or he's going to be your husband, or if he really cares about you like that, because there's a difference between a nigga that just wants to sponsor you and throw money at you rather than somebody that's like, well, I'm going to invest in her retirement accounts every year. I'm going to max them out. So wherever she goes, I know she'll be okay. That's a totally different ball game. You could get both of those, but one of them is a little bit more rare. It's a little bit more rare than that. So if any of my listeners that are women are trying to go for that, first
there's
of all,
coaches that are out here for women to teach you how to get sugar daddies.
It's plenty of them.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's a thing, baby. Wow. It's a thing. It's plenty of women out here trying to teach you how to be a traditional wife. Like, niggas is trying to make money off the courses. There's so many, like the femininity courses. Oh my God, there's so many different hustles for this the broadness of femininity. I've been through it. I've seen it all. I've heard it all, to the point where, like, that's why I was getting annoyed with that dude with the energy, because I already knew where it was going. What is energy?
You don't want to make no course, Ash? You don't want to make no course?
Not like that. That's a little. That's not my bag. No, I'm not teaching no bitch how to be feminine. I know how to be fucking feminine. The fuck? What? That's weird that somebody has to teach you how to be feminine and you have to pay to somebody to teach you how to be a woman.
Yeah.
As soon as you make the masculinity course, how do you be a man, Tony? What's step number 1? Have a dick. Let's get that one out the way.
Read a book.
Read a book? Okay. When you make your masculinity course, I'll make my femininity course, and they'll vibe.
Reading Rainbow. I mean, no, that's crazy that there's sugar daddy courses. Like, here's how to get a sugar daddy. I just didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah, that's real prevalent. If you know where to go, if you just start looking, like, it started with like femininity. If you go into femininity, oh, how have a man pay for this? Like, it just,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's a whole little thing. But like I said, beware, because the tactics that they use are also tactics to pull tricks. So, and not more than likely, but don't be surprised if
that was
their thing, how to get where they are now. Just, remember that. remember that little tidbit for all my ladies out there that are curious.
I mean, that's fair.
It is fair. That's good. They had to find something to add to their income and their portfolio. That's that. But I also don't want anybody thinking, because like you start asking questions like, what? I remember never mind. I remember this one girl. She's like, yeah, if you follow me and I'll teach you how to do it. So I was curious. I'm like, all right, let's go see what this is about. You go to her Twitter page and then you hit on her website. She has rates, $1,000 an hour. That's her bare minimum rate. And it just keeps going up. I'm like, wow, she's getting paid $1,000 an hour to go eat with somebody? That's crazy. So I had to explain my dumb ass. No, madam.
Yeah, she was real hungry. $1,000 to eat some food.
You see, her ass has been. I'm like, wow, she's really got it made. I'm like, what's this hour business? That's crazy. When the hour is up, you just finish up dinner, and if they want to extend it, they give you more money. Listen, I was 24. Yeah. Shut up.
Yeah, that is a version of what happens. I think there's a little more expectation.
There's a little bit more eating going on.
I would say is that what you're saying? A little more expectation going on.
How would you feel? She's like, yeah, after dinner. She was just like, yep, 8 o'clock. So you gave her $1,000. And at 8 o'clock, she's like, I gotta go.
And just gets up and walks out? No.
He's like, oh, so we going to your house? It's crazy. You let me in your house.
And I'm like, I know.
No.
I'm not paying that.
And she was like, what a lovely meal. And just tried to saunter away.
Nah. I'd rather just, like, have a chick go out with me, eat food, and then be like, all right, I'll see you later.
Right. Regularly, huh?
Not even regularly. Just like never speak to me again.
Oh, okay.
But then to get this $1,000 also at the end of this motherfucking day. What the fuck are we talking about? I can have a bitch use me for dinner for free.
That shit was
I'm not about to pay for that.
Listen.
Pay for you to use me for dinner? That's what you said? Pay you to sit here and eat with me. I could go out and ask a pretty chick if she want to go eat, and she gonna say yeah because she hungry. Most pretty chicks are. And then she probably not gonna want to talk to me. That's okay, because I did exactly what this was gonna be. I went out with a pretty chick and had people see me with the pretty chick. Mm-hmm. You know what I am? $1,000 richer. The fuck? No, that's wild. No. Mm-mm.
No? Okay. So that's what in my brain at the time, because there was nothing in that world that I knew about. But I will say that much. After Ash's foray into looking into those things, that's what's going down. But for the women though, you kind of do see like, well, this is what I want, and then people kind of get disillusioned with like, you don't have to do anything as a woman or like to keep a marriage alive. You just be there and be cute. When has that ever worked? Ever? Even with like the women that think like you could pull a sugar daddy with just being cute and using a baby voice.
My biggest issue, or my it was a meme floating around, and I agree with it 1,000%. It said women be out here talking about, oh, my mama didn't teach me how to cook. Mm-hmm. Your mama didn't teach you how to suck dick either. And you know how to do that. You was practicing and figuring shit out. Get your ass in that kitchen and do the motherfucking same.
Yeah, I think that's my goal as a woman. Is just to make a sanctuary. Am I cooking every day? No. Am I have a maid? Yeah, that's like a 2 or 3 times a month deal. So I'm not stressed out with all the responsibilities. That's all. That's it. Those things, I don't want to be stressed out and overwhelmed too many of the times. That's my only request. That's it. And I understand if that's a little too much for the person, but that's okay. I'll just figure it out then. Those are the things that I just was like, I could do most of those things, but
I like cooking 3 times out the week. Mm-hmm. Because that means that you're not cooking 2 times during the week and order on the weekend. You get most days off. Mm-hmm. I can't get a little Monday, Wednesday, Friday meal. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Right. No, that's something I could do. I could do most days, and I'm not doing all the days, and I'm not nobody's slave, so I can't. I'm not cleaning up the big ass house that I know I'm gonna have all the time. That burden is completely on me, just like all the burdens that you have, which I would appreciate from a man. Absolutely. So that's why I know my job. But I'm not about to be stressed and overwhelmed. That's not what Ashley's about to do. I can't be the best woman I can be for my man if I'm stressed the fuck out all of that time. That is a job in and of itself. That is an economy.
All I know is I feel like getting a maid means that the nigga got to pay more money.
Yeah, you'll be alright.
That's wild.
Then you'll be okay.
That your job now impacts my job. Yep. I don't understand why I need to contribute to what you need to do.
It's not that many days.
You figure it out.
2
You're right. So you figure out how to get this little money for them
a month. That's fine. If somebody was like, "No, you gotta pay for that," you're right. I do.
All right, cool. As long as you understand. I'm like, wait, I don't understand.
Listen, if he present it and he be like, "Yeah," I'm like, "Sweet," but if you be like, "No, Ash, that's something that you gotta kind of take care of." All right, kind of open to give me a discount. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Quietly resent you for a little bit. That's fine. 2 days out the month, I could do that. But that's my spin on it.
Yeah, because no, I don't know. I don't have to pay for that. I'm just thinking, like, I'm financing a whole lot.
Yeah.
There's car notes on this. There's a house here. You like to go shopping. And for some reason, you can't stay off of Amazon.
It's always a fucking box in front of my goddamn door.
This maid that you want to make a new bill for me. Babe. I didn't make new money.
Yes, you did.
All my money it's pretty consistent on, and we doing great right now.
Say you got all of that
stuff.
So
you take that out of your spending money. How about that? You don't got to get a job, but just spend less of your spending money on what you want and hire the maid.
No.
Well, then get a job. Get a part-time job. I don't care what you do.
I'm just not paying.
I'm not adding another bill. No. What? Why?
Because it makes both of y'all happy.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It would make me happy.
Yeah,
you figuring this out on your own.
Damn, look at her.
I need you to have a little ingenuity.
How much is look? She gonna clean less.
And what are you gonna do more of?
Her ass gonna be fatter because she get to go to the gym more. She gonna be slimmer in the ways because she not stress eating from emotional duress.
Nope, none of that should be a thing.
Stress.
Nope.
I bet you should get up in the morning and put her makeup on or whatever and just be fine all day because she didn't have to clean the kitchen.
No, she should. No, get your ass in there, clean the kitchen.
Get your ugly ass in there.
Get up.
That moo on in your bonnet and clean the fucking kitchen.
You look good as fuck in that moo and bonnet. But get your ass in there and get in your kitchen.
Every time you put on that fucking Walmart gown, niggas go crazy for the Walmart gown. I don't know what it is. It's like, yeah, don't wear that around me no more.
I'm gonna put my dick in you.
Ugly thing.
I'll put my whole dick, because I know ain't nothing on under that. What you got on right now is that sheet and a bonnet. And under that is nothing. So you keep playing with me, walk around with a sheet on. Like I will lift that big ass sheet up and get to work. What the fuck you think this is?
Yo, I fucking never understood that shit.
Because women don't wear nothing under it.
So?
Y'all don't put no panties on, no bra, no nothing. Y'all just put time to put the sheet on.
And walk around the house.
Yeah. All right, you got this shit. All right. And then not to let y'all have the short sheet where y'all little booty hanging out.
That's different. That I can understand.
I'm pulling the sheet up. Or let's not, you don't even gotta have the one that's short. Let you have a little ass and the sheet get caught on your little hump and now it's a little bunched up right there in the mouth. I'm bending you over and dicking you down. You ain't even got no panties on. You knew dick was an option because you didn't wear no panties. If you wanted there to be a moment's pause, you should have had panties on.
So funny as shit.
Ain't no moment's pause because you ain't got no panties on. So I guess here we are.
You really wanted to think about this. You wanted to add some logic.
Yeah.
Put some panties on.
Yeah.
What?
That gives me a little second. Shit, I gotta take these off, so I gotta think about it. Now, no.
What?
I just bend you over and there's this wonderful juiciness down there already. I'm having a time. And hopefully you chill out. And I don't know why you wore that around me because you wanted this to happen. And you gonna be acting like you didn't. And so I'm gonna let you know, don't wear that around me no more.
Huh?
Just don't wear it around me no more. How about that?
That's funny as shit.
It's real.
Yes, we did this for you. What? What?
Yeah,
what?
you was
put
walking
on the gown?
Yeah.
Because we were like, the consequences of this is getting dick in me.
Yep.
Yo.
Hey, you might not.
No!
You know, how about you didn't put it on because that was going to be the consequence. But after I put dick in you, I let you know, don't wear that around me no more. Mm-hmm. So any other time that you put said gown on and dick is to follow, this is now your fault. I let you know.
Okay, by that logic, yes.
Don't
more likely
wear that
you're
around
probably
me.
not going to tell her that because you like looking at that lady in the goddamn gown.
Well, hit it with this. You can't be wearing that around me, you know. And that's to let her know. And if she keep wearing that around you, she already know because you said it. You
Fucking
know. And she's
woman.
like, and she probably gave you the and
okay.
laugh. Yeah, now you can. Yeah,
You
okay,
thought
my
I was
ass.
bullshitting? All right.
All right, well, no, you was in it. And now
Yeah.
I'm in you.
Yep.
Now what?
That's the shit that be killing niggas. That fucking moo-boo.
Yeah, but
It's a weapon of mass
Women be
destruction.
wearing
Yeah, y'all think we could do
the
a whole bunch
most,
of things. Wear that goddamn moo-moo.
y'all wear some of the most like leisurely stuff and be confused why we want to put dick in y'all. Mm-hmm. Like the shorts and tank top. Another combo, like when you got the little wife beater on. Mm-hmm. It is time for dick. Oh, you got sweatpants and a wife beater on? Come here. Come here. Why are you looking good like that? You want some dick. I'm about to put dick in you.
It's all for it. No matter what the fuck we wear. Somebody was like, this bitch had the full, she was in a different part of Muslim Rania, all those things. Saudi Arabia, the Middle Eastern companies.
Middle East, I got you.
And she had the full
hijab.
I think either her face was showing or some weird stuff like that, or like her wrist, and she was still getting harassed. I'm like, damn, we can't do shit. She was like, no, they was giving me dirty looks. So I was like, you ain't got nothing going on. She was like, nope. Some places they don't want you to show this.
None of that.
They don't none of this. I'm like, the wrist? Somebody's like, yeah, men like your wrist. What's the all right. That alone. I don't know. I can't do it. I'm glad that y'all got that burden to bear, because if I had to be aroused at any given thought on just a woman's body, and then your mind just goes to that because now you are aroused.
It's dumb.
Sounds stupid as fuck. Sounds very troublesome. I don't want no parts in that.
It is.
I'm glad that y'all got to deal with that. Not me.
Unlike women where y'all get like bamboozled by good conversation and
Right.
like will let y'all mind wander.
Right.
Not everybody got good conversation. Lots of just trash bitches look good. So you just be out here fucking up. Yes. That's why we be like, oh, you was fucking with her? Man, she looked good when I was fucking with her. It don't take much. No. Or this part of her aroused me.
Yeah.
It don't even got to be the whole her that look good. I was looking at her and something about this portion of her body set a nigga off. I said, that shit looking crazy.
And then
I'm about to figure it out.
That's insane. What?
You know, like, you be cute in the face, cool little body, like, I don't know, whatever. nice legs. You might appear nice in like the way that you just aesthetically look at a situation what you got on. I'm like, I'm trying to see what that's like. And the fact that my mind and a man's mind is just like,
that's it now.
What is that like?
Yeah, and y'all be hyper focused and do a lot to get to the goal.
Like, what is that like?
There's nothing.
What is that like?
Hello, no.
What is it like? Right, I know what it's like now.
And nothing else. Just
I know. I'm done with this. Well, I mean, from a purely biological perspective, it makes sense. They kind of need the men to care about this to keep humans alive. If we didn't give a fuck about fucking,
yeah,
us as a species would just stop. So genetically, it's kind of like, all right, y'all need to care about this
a lot. Be driven about it.
Yeah, be driven to make sure it happens.
There's no logic to this.
Now, the fact that unlike other animals, it just seems like humans are in perpetual heat. That's probably the biggest issue. Because like all other male things, they be just like us, just crazy driven. Mm-hmm. But it's only for a certain amount of time. It's like, all right, this kicks on, and then it cuts off. Uh-huh. But for us, it's just all right, all the time.
For the rest of your life.
But women also don't have like, I guess, the mating cycle where y'all go into like, all right, it's time for baby time this time of year. So it's like we don't ever. So we always got to be ready for it because
that's true. I never thought about it like that. Yeah,
aren't dependable on when it will be time for coitus. So it's just like, all right, we always have to be ready because our counterpart doesn't have a traditional cycle.
I never thought about it like that.
You know, so physiologically, it's like, all right, that makes sense. But no, we're very much focused on, well, I could mate with her. Why is that the first thing you go to? Because we should have sex.
We should have sex.
We should? You don't know her. I know. But we should definitely have sex.
Nothing else.
I'll figure it out. We're going to talk to her.
What I gotta say? Call her beautiful. Yeah, she like that.
Let's talk to her and see how far we can get in this. And now we're getting to know you because our goal was to figure out what's that like.
Sex.
Yeah.
How do we sex? Sex.
It's the sexy time now.
The sexy time now.
Yeah.
Sexy time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back at it tomorrow and see what that's like.
Yeah, it's just you gotta figure it out. And then sometimes you get the guys that after they figure out are just wildly disillusioned and then be like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because just like other things that go on to mating, just don't necessarily have anything to do with like our real true feelings inside of that. So what you caught us in is like a mating frenzy, and we had to mate with you. We did that. Mating is over. We're back to our regular mind. I don't even like you as a person. That's wild.
That's crazy.
I was willing to ignore all of that to mate with you, though. Hopefully you don't end up. And then we don't want pregnancy. Like, she's crazy. I can't have her as my baby. But with animals, I guess they don't really have a like decision on like what the mom or dad is like.
Yeah, it just is. It's just
like, well, you had the baby, then you can wander away.
Babies, and then the babies just go do it in a very fast time. Think about it. Like they only a baby for like 3 seconds, and then they're an adult.
I guess like if you think about it in their terms, like they don't live as long as us.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. They
except for like elephants. Mm-hmm. They're like babies for a while and shit like that, and they're pregnant for a while. But so like certain things develop slower. But it's like, yeah, we live for a pretty decently long time. Mm-hmm. If that's the case, then it makes sense why our development is like more prolonged. And I guess technically, just like they send out their young, I'm sure that the young doesn't necessarily have the full mental capacity to like not make the dumbest decisions and things like that based off of experience and shit. We can send people out at probably like 9, and they'd be all right.
Figure it out.
And
I hear like
just to
some
figure it
tribes
out.
do that shit. Like they literally let their kids like explore the depths of the Amazon jungle at like 6 and 7.
Yeah, like
I've heard
you
that.
go out there and you are, because this is now where you can walk, you can
Yeah,
talk,
you
you
can
can
talk.
communicate. You're, for all intents and purposes, like an animal. You can do all the things that the tribe needs you to, that
Yep.
like an animal herd would need you to do. You can communicate, you can get your own food. Now I just need you to teach you how to be more efficient at doing it.
Right.
But realistically, it's on you. And sure, since I'm your parent or we're all a tribe, we might like show you a little bit of kindness and give you some and like share with you, but you gonna be expected to pull your weight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could probably start doing that around 6 or 7. Now we don't do that in our society. We be like, no, we gotta wait till you fully mature and everything like that. But you see young lions, though. That was a young lion, so not a fully mature one. Yeah, because let's send these young kids out there. But sure, we would probably lose a lot more children as well. And we don't like that aspect
Damn,
of
no
it.
dumbass kid didn't make it.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking retard.
Yeah, people would like that. There'd be like higher death of children and things like that. So we've created a whole just different system where like, nah, you guys got to stay an extra like 12 years.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, the way we decided society to work.
Yeah.
And
the
refuse to
evolution.
acknowledge that we're animals. So I think that's the biggest thing. Like when people are like, "Well, why do guys?" The thing that I argue with people about the most, or well, women about the most, is like, why do men like women's pictures on like social media, but don't want the woman that they're dealing with to like dress or act that way? Mm-hmm. It's a wildly different like brain thoughts and patterns. Mm. One is just purely carnal. This looks physically pleasing to me.
Yeah, it's based off of fantasy.
No, not fantasy.
Yeah, it is.
Not even fantasy, because fantasy is something that like you might not be able to attain, I guess, or you don't think you have a realistic opportunity with. I think that it's just based off of I'd like to fuck them. Mm-hmm. Just how men see women in real life. It'd be like, if I could just go up and double tap her and let her know that I like that, I probably would.
Kid, excuse me.
Yeah, so
You have clappable yams.
yeah, like that's just not an acceptable thing. But hitting up, but
I can't wait for the fucking day.
when the chick is on there showing her ass and everything like that, you see it and you hit the double tap, that you like, man, them
You want to fuck me?
That's basically what the nigga is saying. But you
Yeah.
don't necessarily want.
Girl, I want to come all over your titties too.
You don't look at them as like a person.
I can't wait for that shit.
It's just like, this was a nice object that I liked the way it looked and would put my penis in. You, madam, girlfriend, are a whole person that like I have thoughts about and feelings and considerations, and I don't want you to put yourself out there to be objectified
Like I know I do.
like I would. And also like how I view the women that are doing that are seeking attention. I don't like any of those thought processes being about you. Has nothing to do with me not liking to see you wearing that, because I love to see you in it. Could put that shit on. Let's go out. But you putting it out for the world makes me view you in a light that, oh, you want to be, you're similar to her and how she thinks. Just because I like the way she looks doesn't mean that I value her as a person. And women conflate that, like, well, you like that bitch. I don't know this bitch. I like the way things look. Should be attractive. Shit, women like things and the way things look should be attractive. Even when you're in a relationship, other shit be attractive. Oh, that's a nice looking man. Women be all about Michael B. Jordan, and I'm sure a good many of y'all have a boyfriend. Should just be attractive.
Right.
But because he a celebrity and she on Instagram is different, I think it's weird. You don't want your nigga just, well, most people be like, well, my nigga couldn't just walk around with no shirt on and shit like that. But what about the ones that could? What about them that's out here looking like Adonis under the shirt? You want them just out here parading for other women? You probably don't. regardless of the fact that you like seeing Michael B. Jordan like that, out and about on the screen. That's what you like. But you don't want him doing that. Same concept. How about you just be put your fucking
just put a little clothes on,
or don't, and just don't post it. Cause you don't gotta wear clothes. If we out and about and you want to be half naked, I'm 1,000% with that. Why are we making thirst trap posts? They call it thirst trap for a reason. Like, y'all looking for thirsty niggas to be trapped inside these pictures and your comments and saying all kinds of wild. You want this attention.
Give me my serotonin hearts.
Yeah, no one,
Now.
yeah, no one has time for that. So I'm not fucking with that.
Give me my serotonin hearts now.
I don't know how we got there, but yeah, no.
No, I definitely be thirst trapping on the book, but I will definitely openly remind you. It don't happen often, but I definitely be like, give me, thank you. I'll let everybody know. Let's just get this out the way.
If you're gonna acknowledge it, that's fine.
It's funny too.
But you can't be like,
it's funny as shit to me. I could do it now, cause whatever. But I can do it now, and I'm a relish in it. But I don't do it a lot, cause I don't really care about Instagram. But it's whatever for me.
oh, look at Ash's tired.
I got a headache.
Well,
yeah, and I've been getting
that
through
sounds
this.
like Mike's Super Show. We are one half of the podcast quadruple. Yeah, there's 4 of us. It's me, Ash, Charles, and the Spirit. And we're out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Goodbye.